Satellite images analyzed by the Associated Press show the deployment of at least 6 nuclear-capable B-2 Spirit bombers to Camp Thunder Bay on Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. The presence of the bombers comes as the United States continues an intense airstrike campaign targeting Yemen's Houthi rebels. The intense campaign of airstrikes in Yemen under U.S. President Donald Trump, targeting the rebels over their attacks on shipping in Mideast waters stemming from the Israel-Hamas war, has killed at least 65 people, according to casualty figures released by the Houthis. The campaign appears to show no signs of stopping as the Trump administration again linked their airstrikes on the Iranian-backed Houthis to an effort to pressure Iran over its rapidly advancing nuclear program. While so far giving no specifics about the campaign and its targets, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt put the overall number of strikes on Tuesday at more than 200. The B-2 has been used in combat to target the Houthis in the past. Tensions also remain high between Iran and the U.S. over Tehran's rapidly advancing nuclear program. The B-2 would be crucial in potentially bombing Iran's underground nuclear sites.
The United States has deployed 6 of its stealth B-2 Spirit bombers to Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. Now, the U.S. isn't acknowledging this, but satellite photos analyzed by the Associated Press show the bombers are there. And there may be a couple reasons why they've been deployed. The first is that the United States is continuing this really intense airstrike campaign targeting Yemen's Houthi rebels. These B-2s have been used previously by the Biden administration to target underground tunnels used by the Houthis. Then there's Iran. The U.S. under Trump has been trying to negotiate with Iran over its rapidly advancing nuclear program. Trump even sent a letter to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, but the Iranians wrote back saying that they did not want to have direct negotiations, but rather indirect talks with the United States. Indirect talks under the Biden administration, however, really didn't go anywhere. So the Trump administration might be using these B-2s, this deployment, as a means by which to push the Iranians towards negotiations. There's another thing as well. These B-2 bombers are the only aircraft capable of carrying these bombs known as massive ordnance penetrators. These bombs are huge and can burrow tens of meters underground and detonate. These would be the bombs that the United States would have to use if they were going to try to attack and destroy Iran's underground enrichment facilities with its atomic program. So this is a pretty tense moment in the Middle East already. Iran has said that any attack on its nuclear program could result in an all-out regional war. And with these B-2s here, that could be a sign that Trump is trying to push them to the negotiating table, or a warning that America is capable of striking these facilities even at the risk of an all-out regional war.
Chinese military conducted long-range live-fire drills in the East China Sea on Wednesday, the second day of exercises aimed at intimidating Taiwan against seeking independence. According to Associated Press, a spokesperson of China's Eastern Theater Command said the exercises on Wednesday, codenamed Strait Thunder 2025A, were carried out in the middle and southern areas of the Taiwan Strait, focusing on testing troops' capabilities of area regulation and control, joint blockade and control, and precision strike on key targets. China views Taiwan a part of its territory to be brought under its control by force if necessary, while most Taiwanese favor their de facto independence and democratic status. Taiwan blasted China's blatant military provocations, saying they not only threaten peace in the Taiwan Strait but also undermine security in the entire region.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1,放！
我们根据作战要求，亮剑台海，坚决消灭一切台独分裂势力。
5已抵达柴岛以东预定空域，导弹准备好，建立发射阵位，明白。满足发射条件，取实发射，可以发射，尽快脱离，明白。
Iran would strike a British-American naval base in the Indian Ocean if it is attacked by the US. The Telegraph reported, citing an Iranian military official after Washington deployed long-range bombers at the strategic airbase. The Telegraph reported, Iran possesses adequate weapons for such an attack from its mainland, such as newer versions of the Khorramshahr missile that have an intermediate range and the Shahed 136B kamikaze drone with a range of 4,000 kilometers, Iranian state media warned, according to the report. Iran's Tasnim news agency reported that Speaker of the Iranian Parliament, Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf, addressing an Al-Quds Day event, said the Americans themselves are aware how vulnerable they are. If they violate Iran's border, it will be like a spark in the powder keg that would blow up the entire region. They and their allies' bases will not be safe. Diego Garcia, located in the middle of the Indian Ocean, is roughly 5,200 kilometers from Tehran. Multiple US B-2 bombers arrived at the island last week. With a range of 6,900 miles, the B-2 is the only stealth aircraft that can carry the GBU-57, a 30,000-pound bunker-buster bomb known as the Massive Ordnance Penetrator, the Wall Street Journal reported. It's an unusual deployment for the B-2, while Diego Garcia hosts Air Force bombers on a fairly regular basis. B-2s haven't spent significant time there since 2020. Last August marked the first time in 4 years that a B-2 even touched down there when a bomber made a quick, hot pit stop with its engines running, reported Air and Space Forces magazine. A British government spokesman on Saturday condemned Iran's threats in the strongest terms. The UK government continues to work with partners across the region to encourage de-escalation. The base on Diego Garcia is vital to UK and US security and plays a crucial role in maintaining regional and international security, the Telegraph reported, citing the spokesman. The US military has deployed the B-2 stealth bombers along with C-17 cargo planes and 10 aerial refueling tankers in the last few days. Defense industry outlet The War Zone reported, citing satellite imagery.